Messy Coda here. We're checking out the ultimate medieval constructor from Aquarius Max. That's right, we're going to be doing a comparison between this and the Arctic Castle, and later we'll be checking out Triple Brick's big castle pack. It is a castle face-off! Castle off! So sit back, enjoy, and I'll see you guys in a second. And here we are inside Unity. I'm checking out the ultimate medieval constructor from Aquarius Max. It retails at $55 on the Unity asset store, and that fits in nicely when you look at the Arctic Castle that I checked out the other day. That was $50, and there's also another review that I'm going to do next week, and that is for the big castle pack from Triple Brick, which is $58. This is the castle face-off. Is that what I'm going to call it? Yeah, let's call it the castle face-off. It's a bit of a mini review comparison of these three different kits. There's so much you get in this pack. I can't go through everything. I wish I could. I wish I could, even just for myself, to sit there go through 4,000 prefabs, but I can't. Look how much stuff you get. Look, it's crazy. There's a lot of stuff. Bridges and structures. It's beautiful. Really is. And you get different levels. Like you get light. Let's find the same one we just picked up to show you the difference. So it's a light wood. Well, this one in case it's stones. A bit mossy and old. And he's called it the same folder names throughout, even though it's not wood, it's stone. But you can forgive him. And there's dark. That one's light, that one's mossy, and that one's the old. So you do get a lot of variation. Nice, look at these castle walls. Oh, there's so I really want to spend time going through all of it. Crops, not a huge variation on the crops. There all seems to be different types of cabbages, to be honest. Housing. Roofs, different sizes of roofs ready for you to get started. This is the fast housing section. Walls and extensions part. You get these ones for this fast housing, so you can put them together in your scene. And you see they're one-sided, but there's so much variation that you've got. You can pretty much build any type of house that you want. And you've got the frames as well. And these are the plaster ones. See? Oh, yep, here you go. Plaster on one side. This is for you to build in the editor mode, so not to build in game. But then you've got, check out these level of buildings. So that was the fast housing. Here, oh look, a window. These ones here in the plaster section, you can imagine this in Ultimate Survival. Look at that. Everything's ready for you to put that and actually have this being able to be built in game. It's beautiful. I like this. I like anything that allows me to quickly just drag and drop it into Ultimate Survival and then start playing about with it. Let's pop into roof pieces again. Modular, you can put this into Ultimate Survival and have a play with it as well. That is just freshly put down. A bit more frame on there. Some tiles put on there. Beautiful. Like it. Makes me very happy. This stuff makes me very happy. Let's check out the stone ones. Oh, look at that. Come on, let's put that now. Let's stop what we're doing and just go inside Ultimate Survival now and start playing about. Look at that. Get this in your scene now. Oh, yeah. It's lovely. Only gripe I've got is that there could be a little bit more detail on these stones. You could spend like LODs on here, have an up close one, and have a bit more detail on this stone. That is what my only complaint is. But my word, these are, you just always keep on finding little gems in this pack. Look at that. There's nothing else I've seen out there on the asset store like this. Building a chimney. Oh, that is lovely. Alright guys, there's just so much stuff. Dishes, pots, little tankard, ready-made houses. Bloody hell, that's pretty, isn't it? And there's an inside to it. Let's have a look. It's an upside down so we can see. Do you know what it reminds me of when you're a kid and you put your hands together and you say, here is the church, here is the steeple. Open the doors nearer the people. There you go, peekaboo. That's brings back memories, doesn't it? So there you go. So you see what I got up to when I was a kid. Didn't have PlayStations and stuff in them days. We had our fingers. We played with our fingers, and that came out wrong. So there's a lot of stuff you've got in this pack. There is one thing that I need to mention. This pack is compatible with the survival pack that Aquarius Max has got, so that you can use the textures from this pack with models on that pack, and you can use textures from that pack on models from this pack. So if you like the models in here but you want a different type of texture, different theme to match your theme of the survival one, then hey, you can just mix and match, which is pretty impressive, because a lot of the times you're sitting here thinking, well, I like these, but the textures don't really fit into my scene or my world that I'm creating. I'm not really making a medieval one, but I like these models. Well, you can just grab the textures from the survival kit, and then voila, these now have got a completely different look and feel to them, and you've got yourself another 4,000 models to put in your game. Job is a good one. It's a nice looking cross. And what's the quality on his wood like? We're going to find out when we go in game, because you do know that I like good wood. So let's find a demo scene, and there's two folders, version 1 and version 1.25. So obviously we're going to go to the new one. Oh, garden. Let's go to a pub garden. Let's go to a pub garden, people. Let's change our layout. Bear with me. Go default. Here we are in the pub garden scene, and I've put in a first person controller. Let's click play. Let's pop in and see what it's like. You got standard grass, standard looking trees. That's a nice bush. It's got a nice bush. What are the rocks like? Okay, texture on that rock. That's a bit too blurry for me. That is too blurry for me. That is, yeah. Okay. And that looks like a cheeky seam on there. From here, the rock looks nice. So it doesn't seem to appreciate me getting right up in its face. From a distance, the rocks look nice. Up close, bit blurry. What about these ones? Odd. These ones look better than those ones did. Let's pop over to this building here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at these walls. And I like his wood. I like his wood. Blends. I'm going to be nitpicking every little thing I find, because that's what I'm like. People come to expect that, and just want that little bit more seamless in that blend, which is really, it's okay. You know, it is a bit harsh, because every time I see a modular pack, I've never really seen one that can seamlessly always get everything perfect. But you could do. Here's a lovely looking building, though. Let's pop inside. Can I pop inside? Can I pop inside you? Let's click shift pause. Shift control P. Where's our little man? So this is fast housing. This is one big blob, so you can't actually modify this door. Okay, we want to go inside one of them. Again, I do like his wood. Oh, a bit intersection there. Oh, we've got a door open. Let's go inside. Hello. I do like it when walls have got that little wear on there, that wear and tear, that filth, that grime, to make it lived in, make it real. I love those little touches. Those little touches really show me that somebody wants you to be able to use this in a realistic environment, a realistic scene, a realistic world. It's not an IKEA catalogue, people. Let's have a look at the flowers. Those are actually really nice flowers. That has impressed me. Those are nice flowers. And those plants. Fair play. Well done. And that's nice. That's not just a billboard. Fair play. I like that. What's this texture on this ground like? It's alright. It's alright. Combination of it's alright with this is really nice on this pack. Don't forget, it's $55 for about 4,000 assets. So much like the stuff that you get from 3D Forge, Aquarius Max seems to be another one of these guys that you can go through his catalogue of products and pretty much get an entire game's worth of assets. You can't really complain with that, can you? And there's a lot of variations. Look at the variations on these buildings. Aha! This is one thing I wanted to show you that I was excited about. So when you're building your your house or whatever, you obviously, it takes you time to build it, and these are the different stages. See this? This is construction in progress, and here is a building that is fully constructed. So you can actually have that in your game of I don't know, bit of trouble getting up that step. Nope, here we go. So yeah, you could have in your game while you're building the building, you're constructing the building. There you go, that's a bit better. While you're constructing the building, you can have different levels of finishedness. Finishedness is a word that I am making, and you can use it. This is pretty damn nice. This reminds me of that Ian McShane, oops, fell through the floorboards. That Ian McShane one where they're building a church. Do I always come and say that? So that is cool. You need to be walking carefully so you don't fall through. That is nice. I like this. I think this is the first asset that I've seen something like this in, that it has equivalent of what you can get as a fully furnished and finished building, and it's got it as work in progress, so you can do it nicely. I've seen, like, you know, for RTSs and stuff, but that's the first time I've seen something like that. Good quality for an FPS. Fair play. Fair play, you got something unique in this pack. I like it. I like it indeed. Textures, every now and again, things like this rock. I'm marking you down for that. I apologise, but that is blurry. Put that as a sharper texture. You will make me happy. Like, if I was in a game now and I came up to that and started mining it, smash, 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 I would want to be able to... I'm spending enough time smashing that with my hammer that I expect it to be a bit better quality. If you're just putting rocks all over the place just to fill out a scene, it doesn't need to be good quality. But if I'm wanting it to be an interactable rock, I want it to be good quality. One thing you can expect to have good quality on with Aquarius Max is his docks and wharfs. So, because he has got another kit that has got the same thing, and I like these woods a bit shiny. Maybe some people might. I've heard people complaining about the triple brick stuff, that the wood's a bit too glossy. So you might have that bit of a constructive criticism on this. Me personally, I like the wood. Let's have a look. Oh, another building we can run inside. Let's run inside. Let's see what the wall's like. I like this, but the textures remind me of some of the parts of the Arctic Castle and some triple brick stuff that we've already seen, in that it looks good, but when you get up close, it could be should be 3D tessellated PBR sexy textures, but they're not. You can't have something this size full of detail on the model, because it will just be too much. But you need something to help it so you don't get these sharp lines. That's too sharp. With stone and brick, if you're looking straight on, it can easily look beautiful. Slight angle suddenly makes you go, oh, that's a bit weird, it's a bit sharp. I'll show you what else I mean. Oh, windows, lovely windows. I do love a window. Put a stained glass on that and you've got someone who's in love. And could do with a frame around it, a stone frame around it, or wooden frame around it. You see what I mean about here? That's like stone that's going to be carved. To say, here we go, we've chiseled and stone and carved this stone to fit, but it just feels like the texture's just cut off rather than the stone itself was cut. If I'm making myself clear, I'm probably not making myself clear at all. This is lovely. The doors, he's doing well on his wood. As a joint here, if you're going to have a joint like this on your wood, have it with nails and stuff to show that it really is the wood. Like, make it a little bit more visible that here are the planks of wood that have been put together, because here it just looks like the seam isn't lined up. You know, it's not seamless. You can see a seam, that's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like it's an intentional part of the texture. Again, too sharp, and again we need to have at least an internal window frame. That wall could be thicker. That stone wall needs to be thicker. that stone. But in general, again, this is a lot of stuff that I'm, even just this in itself, the amount of modular elements from this church. Is this a church? Might be a church that you're getting inside this pack. It's nice. And that's nice. Seriously. Gonna be bringing up water. Okay, this is the pub. Why is it called the pub garden? We haven't seen a pub yet. Have we seen a pub? Have we gone past the pub? Oh, little bits of rocks. Have you guys seen a pub anywhere? Not sure. I haven't seen a pub. So in general, oh, is that bit? Can we get into that castle? Let's see if we can get into that castle. And oh, another something we can walk into. Here we go. Again, the same as before. Is it downstairs? Oh, what have we got downstairs? Here we go. We found the pub. And here's the garden. This is the garden for the pub. So we've got barrels. Like a bit too low poly on those barrels, in my opinion. Lovely bit of food there. See, here you got a frame on the window. Doesn't need to be such a big frame, but you need to have something in the church. Glass can't just be sitting there delicately balanced. Sorry about my first person controller is a bit jerky when I'm getting up close. Let's have a look over here. Stools. Good collection of props that you get in this pack. You can. Is that a barrel full of peanuts? Yep, I think that's a barrel full of peanuts. This is the castle main scene. I want to show you this. I love this so much. I love how you can physically construct the buildings using this kit. So here's the frame of this house, the bare frame. We go up here. There are some stones that have been put down, starting to take shape. There's a bit of foundation that's been put down. You really feel like people are physically making this. Oh, hello, rocks with a bit of moss on. Again, these rocks, they look good from here. I get up close and they're just too blurry. Too blurry for me. Like that, if you're doing a next update, update the rocks. That would just make me very happy. I like this model here to show you they're physically building. Look, all the stones are on there and they carve away at the stones and then they lift them up and they build the house with them. Can't get past there. Let's get past it. So this one's got some more stone that have been put in. A bit of the roof's been put in. You can see at the top there through the beams, you can see that castle peeking through. And over here you've got the house that's had more work done. It's got floorboards put in. Some of these bits here you've got missing, so you can see through to the top. Lovely. I do love it. You feel like they're actually building something. It feels like it's real. It feels like it's alive. I like it a lot. Like it a lot. One thing that this pack could do is improve the textures. And it is, for the most part, this is a low poly pack. You might not realise it, but it is, because this scene, for example, look how busy this scene is. And it's going to get even busier as we go around the corner, because we're going to go to the castle main. We haven't even got to the castle main yet, and it's performing well. So they need to be frugal with the polys. And here's a showcase of some walls that you can expect to have in this pack, and you could easily just quickly plug these into something like Ultimate Survival and start building with them inside your game. So look, they've got sides and they've got tops and bottoms to them. Lovely. And some more supporting beams and stones. Let's pop inside this church. I mean, see, you got here stone on this wood and stone here together, but this window here doesn't have any frame, so it's like really just feels weird. It feels like this glass is just plopped in, it's waiting to fall out on my head. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe with this glass. It's about to fall on me. Let's get out of there before it smashes down. Again, this could be see-through with a nice candle flickering in it, but that's just me being a pain. Let's have a look over here. Oh look, shooting range. We've got a shooting range. We've got dummies and targets and arrows. No medieval town could be complete without a shooting range for archers to practice, so they can be on top of those walls and protect these nice people who are going to run inside this castle to get away from danger when it calls. Here is the castle that is being constructed. Look at that. You really feel like people are making this. If you had this in your game, you had people going out, cutting away bits of stone to get resources to come here and finish building the castle. Lovely. Lovely. Really do like it. Again, you get a lot of models, a lot of prefabs in this kit. This is a lot of stuff you get. Let's go inside. Let's get inside here and see what we can expect inside the castle itself. Well, look at that up there. They are constructing the castle just like in Game of Thrones. They're lifting up on those boards there some stones to be placed. I cannot emphasize enough just how much I enjoy the fact that this pack has got a level of detail that you can have these partially constructed prefabs, and then more detail on these prefabs, and then even more detail. So you've got not only have you got different types of level, you've got different types of wood. You've got dark wood, light wood, mossy wood, dirty. It's fantastic. I mean, the textures and the prefabs that you get, cannot emphasize the value for money that you get in this pack. What I am a little bit disappointed with is I want to have a bit more detail when it comes to, like, look at this fireplace. A little bit more detail on the frame of this fireplace would go down well. This place is a lovely example of textures that work well. The dirt on these walls, the grime, the lived in feel, the wood textures work really well in here. But then I come over to these stones and it just feels like they've been carved with a machine with modern technology. They're not broken enough, they're not rough enough. You know, these little things here, but the amount of stuff that you get in this pack, it is crazy. And the fact that you can mix and match this up with his other kit, like the survival kit, is fantastic. You've got quick housing where you've basically kind of like blueprints that they are all put together for you, so you can quickly put them in your scene. You've got modular parts so you can make your own ones. There's a lot of stuff that you get in this pack. There's another stable. You're going to say stable 50 times? Nah, we won't even do the hay pun. So I am really happy. Oh, canopies! I'm really happy with this pack. Could I use it in a game? Could I use it in something? Yeah, I'd actually feel comfortable using this in something like an MMO where I'm going to have loads of people walking around and I need to worry about optimizing. Is it as good as the Arctic Castle? This is a somewhat of a face-off. Well, I'm going to say that in quantity wise, you get a lot more you get a lot more value for your money in this pack than you got in the Arctic Castle. Quality wise, I'm going to have to go with the Arctic Castle over this one. I'm sorry, but it's true. So like just this little bit here, the Arctic Castle did have parts of it where I was saying the same thing, that they looked great. Oh, floating bits of castle. They looked great from a bit of a distance, and you got up close and the textures on the walls weren't fantastic. There was a lot of hit and miss on the Arctic Castle as well, don't forget. So this is not alone in there, but you know, it feels like you've got more. It focused more on the quantity than it did on the quality of the textures in this pack and the models. That's not saying these aren't good textures, they are. You know what I've already said about 50 times about these rocks here. I don't like that they're blurry. That does not make me a happy camper, and there's no little finishing touches for detail on some of these models. Let's pop out, let's just give you a bird's eye view of this entire scene, because I am really impressed with the amount of stuff in this scene. Actually, you know, it's made me happy. This kind of stuff makes me really happy that there are people making artwork, making assets on the Unity asset store for people to make their games with. The fact that you can mix and match and customize and make your own worlds, so you don't just everyone gets a cookie cut the same looking pack out when they buy this kit. That also makes me excited, because then you don't get people saying stupid things like, oh, you're an asset flipper, you just bought this kit off the asset store. Yeah, you bought this kit off the asset store, but you've made something completely different than what another person has made with it. There's a lot of variation that you can do. So let's do a bird's eye view. Come on. Here's the bird's eye view. I am suitably impressed with how this ran when I played about with it. So I was running around There's no special filters running on this. That some people in their demo scenes, they put nice little camera effects to make everything look beautiful. This was just letting the models talk for themselves, and I am very, very happy. I had a lot of fun in this scene, and as you can tell, I've got a lot of ideas. I'm just going to run off and play about. One thing that is you got to bear in mind with these modular things is that you do need to put the effort in building them in your world, because if you give them all these modular parts, you actually need to do something with it. I mean, look at this. This is lovely. I want to stick that in Ultimate Survival now. I want to stick you in Ultimate Survival, and I want to build this in game. That's what I want to do. Oh, come on, let's have this. Let's have this chopped up into little bits as well. Right, we're gonna do. Well, now we've got this new scoring technique. It makes it a lot harder for me to come up with scores, but really, I'm giving this 4 dragons out of 5. That's right, 4 dragons out of 5. Why, here you ask? Well, the models could be better. The textures could be better. Like you heard me say it, I've seen it. However, value for money, this is a 5 for value for money. You get so much stuff with this pack. You know, you don't get like a load of props in this pack, but you get so much stuff with this pack. You get great support as well. I have to say that the developer is very vocal. He replies to you very quickly. A few other developers, not naming names, you're going to get your chance when I review you. You take ages, if ever, to reply. Aquarius Max is replying very quickly and also quite active on the forums. He's also updating his packs very frequently and improving them. So for me, that is a major part of support and ongoing support of not only its customers but the assets themselves. So fair play to you, my friend. You are making a lovely selection of assets out there. One request I've got, actually 2 requests, is stick LODs on these things, so when you get up really close to them you can actually be spending some more poly counts to make them a bit fancier. Also, the textures, start doing some more fancy PBR textures on here to let them come alive when you're up close on them as well. Other than that, knock yourself out, guys. Have fun with this kit. See what kind of freaky stuff that you can come up with. I want to do Game of Thrones with Unity, but I don't want to get sued. Guys, if you like these videos and you want to see more, I need your help in spreading the word. You need to get it out there so people keep on clicking view, subscribe, like and comment. And if you do like it, click it. Till next time. If you want to see more of my crazy videos, click on the left side of your screen now. And down below, there's that big juicy subscribe button, and right next to it is the magic bell that if you click it, it will tell you if I've got a new video coming out. Till next time.